Let's kick it. Ice, ice, baby. Ice, ice, baby. All right, stop.
All right, it started to record. Alrighty, now I should check. Okay, so return module, yeah, test. Okay, so it prints. Yeah, it's gonna print that. Yeah. So actually, let me run your module right now. I'll run your module on the actual thing. I'm gonna make a module script. Let's put it inside a folder. Yeah. Let's call this. Yeah, let's call this. Let's do this. Actually, no. Let me not make it complex. Let's keep this simple. It's the first time you learn about modules, right? Let's keep everything simple. Let's make a little module script in here. I'm just gonna call this. Yeah, let's call it module script. Actually, no. Let's call it module script. All right. So I'm gonna put the function in there. Actually, copy the whole thing. Put the function in there, and gonna make it print. Alright, there we go. And then local script require module test. Yes, actually it's perfect. It's perfect. So let's get to the local script. Yeah, I'm gonna put this in. Then this can go for any local script. And yeah, let's go. W on U for learning modules. This is wait, require module location. Let's see, replicated storage. We gotta get that. Things that you never want to type more than once. Alright, so I'm just gonna go replicated storage dot modules. Okay, go replicated storage, yeah, dot modules script. Yeah, it's gonna fire test. Alright, so when we run this game, it's gonna do exactly that. Look at that, you did it. Say, that's good. I think I even remember the fireball was still here too, right? What key do we use? Q, E, R, T? Yeah, T. Look at that. This fireball is straight garbage, but I mean it works. Between service. What kind of cooldown is on this thing? What the mess? Why is the cooldown so long? 3 seconds. Alright, no wonder. Let me make this like 0.4. Okay, I didn't understand the function. Oh wait. What? Bro, look at the print that you had. I'm not printing that. Anyways, so the function, right? Everything inside that function that you see. Let's go back to it. Okay, this is a module. Let me just only open the stuff that is completely needed. Alright, so these two scripts, right? I'm just gonna call this module. No, I'll call it local script. So we get the module, yeah, and then we require it because it has to be. And this is the function. Now we can have more function here. We can call this function module. I usually do this. I do module bracket Bob, right? Equals function. It's literally, these two are literally the same thing. Literally the same thing, just different ways of writing it. But I like the look of this better because you can just copy this down. Like, see, I can go. Okay, let's make this. I'll do module.test. It's not gonna allow me to do it, and I'll say you did it right. This is the same thing, right? Let me make it a different capital T so it doesn't like clash with this one. So yeah, module.test. I could do this, and then you can just go like this, right? I can just copy this down, right? And I can say module, this module test. These are also the same thing. The bracket, it's gonna work right now. It's gonna say you did it in the chat. Ah, look at that, you did it, and it's running from this one, not this one. So they're like the same thing. Keep that in mind because they're gonna be interchangeable. You can use them anyhow you want to, which is the good part. Anyway, so let's make this module do more things. Let's call this let's pass data into this module, right? So check this out. So we're gonna add data right here. Now this, you're gonna do this a lot because you're gonna need to pass data into this. So we're gonna say, let's create some variables. Like let's say local. Let's make this calculate, right? So we're gonna say local number. Actually, let's say local num equals number, right? So we're gonna say data.num. Now this is, we're setting the variable data.whatever. Oh my, it's about to die. Shake my bro, my earphones just died. Okay, so that means my Bluetooth just disconnected. It's actually so tragic. Let me switch. Okay, I hope that didn't mess up the recording. Of course, probably messed up the recording. Did it mess up the recording? I don't know. Okay, wait, there was an issue. The module only fires once. So, yeah, yeah, you gotta, so basically the module, right? It's not supposed to keep firing. Like you fire it like the one time you need it and you go. Because module is basically like saving that piece of function into that place. So when you need it, you go get it, and then when you don't need it, it stays there. So I'll show you what I mean, right? So say local number equals that's the num. So if number equals 1, then print your number is 1, and else print do not care. So if your number is 1, it's gonna print that, and then if it's not, so data dot number slots, actually data dot slots machine. So now this is gonna be like a lottery type of thing. You know, put your number in there. So now in here, here's the cool part, right? So we're getting this module, you know, first we get the actual modules from, which is this one, then we're getting the slot machine function, and this is the slot machine function right here. And so we're gonna say like number, local number equals math dot random. Yeah, just math dot random. Let's go 1, 10. So math.random 1 to 10, right? So that's what it is. And then we're gonna say in brackets right here, because remember, this data is in a bracket. This thing represents what we basically said by this is we put brackets here, and we said number equals 1 or something. That's what this thing means. That's it. Num equals 1. So we're gonna define num or number into something else, and you do that over here. I'm making sense, right? Hello? Bro is not paying attention. That's actually crazy. Oh, okay, never mind. Okay. So shit. Nah, I'm not. Yeah, okay, I got you. No problem. That's dedication. Anyways, so alright, so here you got the slot machine, right? And it's gonna give you a random number. So we're gonna pass the number in here. So we're gonna say num equals num, right? And this is only gonna fire one time, right? Literally only gonna fire one time, which is not gonna be good. It's gonna let you know. See, it says do not care because the number we passed in wasn't 1. So let's actually just do this, and then it will print what number we passed in. We're just gonna say num, right? So now it's gonna print this number and say do not care as well if it's not 1. And let me just make this warn. The number is 1. Comma. You won. So if your number is 1, you won. But then it is. So now we're gonna put this in the while loop, right?
Make sure you're recording.
Yeah, I'm recording this. Don't worry. While true, do
The audio too.
yeah. Pretty sure. Like I'm gonna have to stop the recording to check to see if it works, but then pretty sure, almost 100% sure that it's recording the audio. So we're gonna say every 1 second it's gonna run this function every. You're familiar with while loops, right? It's gonna keep doing this every 1 second. So we're gonna run this again, and it's gonna just keep running the slot machine every 1 second. So look, it's gonna say your number was 9. Oh, we got it. See, like right there. You want this is a randomization system, and it's gonna keep doing this. You know what I'm saying? Because look, it's randomizing the number each time, and then it's sending it to the machine. If the machine says if your number is 1, it's gonna print it out here that says you won. And so far we only won 1 time. And this is kind of how you make spin systems actually in the most basic sense. See like the number 1 is the rarity, right? Like this is the legendary stuff. It's like a randomization system, so everyone keeps spinning to try to get it. Just saying, it's kind of like, hey, we got 1 2 times in a row. That's pretty good right there. Yeah, bro. That's like the whole lesson. Actually, yeah, it's like for the modules. I mean, this is we can make it give you stuff too. Like if you want to make you can make this a whole ass thing, right? So if you have 1, right, we can make this give you like an actual ability or something, you know what I mean? Like if we had like your data file, right, which is, have I gone over that? I have not gone over that yet. But if you had like your player data file, it would be here, right? And it'll say data, and then you can throw in stuff like let me pick something related to what you're doing. String value. Yeah, you can call this your stand, right? And if you roll like the arrow, right? If you stab the arrow into you, it randomizes like a random number. And if your number is 1, the stand you get, right? So it's gonna say wherever this data is, character, let's say dot data, right? Character dot data, or character find first child data, right? And I'm gonna say local data, assuming we had the character, right? We'll obviously pass this information in. Character local data equals character find first child data. You're gonna go data dot stand equals, and you're gonna just put the string, and we're gonna call this what's a stand that I know? Dio. Yeah. And so you would basically just change this value to Dio, and because of that, right? To Dio, Dio, I think, yeah. So because of that, right, it's gonna just change the whole. It's gonna change your whole thing. You're gonna have another script that says whatever this value is, give them that stand. So that's kind of how you have the system. That gets simple from there. That makes sense, right? You know, actually, I'm starting to like this. Maybe I should not do like long ass 1 hour lessons. What if I just did like, 10 minutes type of lesson? Something real quick, simple like this. Then, make another lesson right now. Bro, you could go and practice. Actually, no, wait, let me think this up, right? If I do short lessons, yeah? But then, I don't know if I should do multiple during the week. If I do short, I don't know. What did you even say again? I forgot what you said. But you were AFK, I think. That one time I slept in, so it's my bad. It is what it is. But yeah, I think so. I think I pinged in this chat. I didn't DM you specifically, but I pinged here sometime. What? I think this lesson is actually kind of good because here you've seen how to use modules, right? You just gotta practice from there. Eventually, actually, let me show you a module script that I have and that I can. Eventually, you're gonna have like module scripts that are much more like complicated than that per se. So let me see if I can find it. Nah, this is way too complicated. So I just need something simple to show. I'll use the animation one, right? So if you look at this, it's just a bunch of functions, right? I'll show you a screenshot. Eventually, you will have module scripts. How would I access players? See, like this one has a stop animation function. It's got load tracks. It's got play animations. It's got all this useful stuff. It's gonna help you with animations. You're gonna use the module scripts like that. Actually, you can start doing it right now. Anything you're doing manually and you don't want to keep doing that, you can put it into a module and then have it just like this, where you can just send a number in. You see like the thing like the slot machine, right? If you don't want to type this whole thing out inside your script, like because I really could just type this right here, right? But I don't want to keep doing that, right? I don't want to type this out and I'll say number equals the it already has number. I don't want to keep typing this whole thing out. I could just literally just put this into a module, which is the better method to do, and then you can just know that this is slot machine type of thing. You can call this module multiple times. If you want this to roll 2 times, it's much easier. It's gonna do this 2 times. Every time it's gonna run it 2 times through. You can see 2 times through, 2 times through, 2 times through. It's just doing the things 2 times. That's why it says times 2 times 4 times 2 times times 4 because it's gonna run 2 times each time. Okay. So that is the local script. Oh, you mean for the animation module, or like? I'm so confused. Wait, how would you access players? You access players like this, right, bro? So we're gonna go here, right? So you want to access players. Remember, this is the local script, so you can get the player, and I can just say, player equals player. Yeah. So like right now, I sent the player, right? Then I'm gonna go back to the module. It's very important. So I sent the player here. So this is the player, and I put it back into the module function. And I'm just gonna go here. I'm gonna go back into the module function. I'm gonna say local player equals data dot player. Now it's gonna print the player as part of this. So watch this. If I run this module, it's gonna get the player. The second you're gonna see right now. See, Razor, that's me. It shows my character right there. Razor right there. So I'm getting sent into the module every time. So if you want to access like your character, your backpack, your player GUI, you want to change all these aspects, you can do that. You can send the character too, right? But once you get the player, you can get the character. Like if I want to get the character, I can go local character equals player dot character, capital C character, and I can say local humanoid comma humanoid root part equals character line first child humanoid comma find first child humanoid root part, and there you successfully got the main two things that you need for scripting basically every time. Humanoid root part. Yeah. So actually, I can do this, right? If your number equals 1, I'm gonna say humanoid dot health. You would want to do this on the server actually. Equals humanoid dot health minus 50. So yeah, humanoid dot health minus 50. You can really do anything with your modules, right? So I'm gonna run this game. Watch. So if yeah, look, it damages me every time I win. You see that? My health is halfway. If I win one more time, it's gonna damage me. If your number equals 1, so you keep watching the health, yeah, look at that, bam, dead. So that's like, you know, if you win the slot machine, it automatically damages your character. So you can really do anything with this, man. Like you really could. So what do you need to know? So yes, animation, local script, bro. How did you get into the module? How did you get the module, bro? Yeah, basically. Oh, you mean like how did I get the local script for the animation side? The animation one is much more complex. Usually I'd recommend building your own modules, because if you're gonna basically so how you're scripting right now, right? What you want to do is you're basically loading your animation, because mine is gonna be much more complex than that. So I'm so confused with this. So you want to know how to get the player? The player is from the local script. If you're on the local script, you get, oh, you mean you just do game.players get players to get the player. Like if you're seeing right here on the local script, it says game.players.local player. That's where you get the player from. And then here on the module script, you created a variable called player, and whenever it gets the player, you know, it's gonna do this type of thing. We can even make this an instant kill. If it ever rolls your number, you instantly die. It's gonna be cool. So this is like some Russian roulette type of thing. I don't know what we're doing here. But like if it ever rolls the number, you keep walking around. Actually, this could be some random horror game that you could add. Bam, see? It rolled the number. And you can even make this where a bunch of players are in the server. If it randomly rolls, if each person picks a number, if it rolls their number, they die. That's a simple horror game right there that you could like throw in. Maybe add like some effects and stuff to make it, you know, more scary and whatnot. But yeah. Let me know like which parts. Like ignore this module, like ignore it. Oh my lord, this thing's about to die. I'm gonna switch over. Wait, actually no, if you're confused right now, don't worry, because this whole thing is recorded. So I'll slide you the lesson. So I'll slide you the lesson after like this entire thing. Alright bro, I'm gonna close the lesson for today.